Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you, make sure you hit the subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on the channel. So we are going to dive into your month of May 2020. What messages do the angels have for you? What do you need to know? And how can you best navigate this month? And I feel like specifically for Cancers, you guys have been through it in so many ways energetically, and there's been so much going on. I just remember that coming up a lot in these monthly readings, and I feel like you know, things are starting to move forward in a positive way for you guys. And I think that it has been, but I think that it's really shifting for you. There's a lot of important shifting that's coming from within, that's starting from inside of yourself. And it's like part of you just, something clicks within you. Something decides that things are going to be different. There's a part of you that is understanding things in a different way now. And it's really going to help to move things forward and help you to just be having a better experience through your life. So we're going to dive in. We're going to take a peek first at the overarching theme that you can expect through this month. So we've got some cards for that. And the first card that we have here is the Four of Roses reversed, the views from the ego, right? I feel like there are things that you're letting go that have come from a more ego-based place, that have been more focused on the ego rather than on your from your soul. You know, some things that just maybe some patterns or habits that you have that just really, quite frankly, aren't in your highest and best good, some relationships in your life that aren't for your highest and best good, some thoughts, some ways that you speak to yourself that aren't in your highest and best good, like anything that's just really coming from that ego-based place that just is not serving you, some self-sabotage, whatever that is. But I feel like you kind of start to see it this month for what it is, and there's a release, there's a deeper understanding, there's just this beautiful shift that's going to be happening for you this month. And I think that you're going to see things much more clearly. And what this leads to is this Four of Scrolls card reversed, the karmic trench. Okay, this is like releasing old karma. This is you stepping out of a pattern that you have been in throughout this lifetime and maybe even past lifetimes as well. Some of these karmic patterns we can be playing out from past lives as well. And I just feel like you see things clearly, you decide to do things differently, and so it's released. It's a really beautiful thing, and this is going to make a significant difference in your life and in the quality of life and how you feel and how you perceive yourself moving forward. I think that this is really a great thing for you guys. And then the next card that we have is the Oracle of Delphi. Is really about you being both connected to your intuition and also to that logical part of yourself. It's finding that balance. It's, you know, taking into account all of the logical information that you need to, you know, logical planning, creating structure around things, taking actions around things, but also honoring that intuitive voice that is showing you the way. And it's really finding that beautiful balance. And so because I feel as though you're going to be connecting with this month, this is going to be connecting you on kind of a fast track of your best life path, right? I feel like you're going to be really in tune, really connected, doing what you need to do to take yourself to that next level, to take yourself to the next thing that you're supposed to be focusing on. So just honoring both that logic and that intuition. And I think if you can find that balance, and I think that you will, you're going to find yourself having a very successful month in so many ways. And the next card that we have here is the Networker card, okay? So how can you be connecting with other people and, you know, as things start to shift and as we can get back out there and maybe interact with more people, how can you be present for networking events? Or if we continue to not be able to interact in person ways, how can you network in other ways, and how can you continue to create connections, maintain connections, expand upon your connections, because this is going to lead to a lot of success for you in this month. The next card that we have here is the Cat card, okay? So this is about being both relaxed and independent, okay? So the Cat card is about, how do I embrace this independent part of myself? How do I honor that? And I think that the more that you embrace that independent part of yourself, the more successful you're going to feel, the more balanced that you're going to feel. And so learning how to embrace that part of you that needs time in your own energy, that likes to do things and spend time focusing on and working on things on your own, just really honoring that independent part of yourself. Now, the next card that we have here, the next group of cards that we have here, are focused on what are some of the challenges that you might expect through this month. So the first card that we have here is the Eight of Roses reverse, the community card, okay? Now this is showing up reversed, and so this is interesting because we also had that cat, that independence card, so I almost feel like this is really a reminder of, it's not that we don't need other people, right? We're human, we're social beings. To have that support, to have the love from people around us is so, so important. And this isn't minimizing that, but this is also saying that at the end of the day, if you can connect with that independence, if you can understand that you will always have your back, you are always taking care of yourself, you are really, at the end of the day, all you need to make the things that you want to have happen in life happen. It's basically you and God making it happen, right? And while community and other people and connections and all of that are helpful, we also have this networker energy like we talked about. Just really finding a way to embrace that independence and to find your own personal power. This is really about connecting with your own personal power, understanding how powerful you are on your own, and then how community helps to support that and helps to build upon that in an even greater way. The next card that we have here is the Six of Scrolls upright. Okay, so there is something showing up that is going to be time limited. So notice what you're feeling intuitively called to focus your time and energy on, what, maybe new ideas are coming through for you, because this feels time limited, whatever it is. And so if you feel called to focus upon something, I would put my time and energy into that, because that is, if you can do that within the timing is now to focus on this. And when it is divine timing for something, we find ourselves very, very supported by the universe, very supported by the divine, and it just makes the pathway much easier. So there's something that this is truly the absolute best timing for. And the next card that we have here is the Two of Forces reversed. Okay, so this is saying find a way, just like the willow tree. The willow tree is very flexible. It is built to be flexible, to withstand storms, to withstand high winds. And this is really about you allowing yourself to be flexible with what's showing up for you, to find a way to flow a little bit more, to be a little bit more flexible, because this is really going to serve you if you can do that. And you might not feel so flexible. You might not feel like you really want to flow with what's showing up. But if you can just release that control and flow with it and be flexible with it, I think that you're going to find that there is great reward that comes with that. Now, the next card that we have here is the Child Divine card, okay? This is really representing your special connection to the divine, So noticing what's being sparked within you, noticing what is being brought to light within you, because I do feel like there are some spiritual gifts that are being awakened within you, and it can be or leveled up within you that you're going to find yourself sharing here in this world. So we all have gifts. We all have things that we are meant to share here in this world. And this feels like those things that you have, either you're developing more of an awareness of, or you're understanding some of the ways that you're special, some of the ways that you're unique, and using those ways that you're unique to help people make a difference in this world, do something. And so I think you're going to find that showing up for you this month, and you're going to be on a journey of exploring that this month. The next card that we have here is the rat card. Okay, so the rat card, I just think this rat on this, it's hard to see because it's shiny, but the rat on this image is so cute. Anyway, be true to yourself and the universe will reward you. How can you listen to yourself? How can you listen to that within you, that independent spirit within you? How can you get the answers from within instead of outside of yourself? And honoring that, being true to yourself. And if you can do that in this divine timing that we have going on right here, really great things are going to be coming your way. You're going to find that the universe is really carrying you and supporting you, maybe in ways that you haven't ever even experienced before. It's going to be really powerful. Now, the next cards that we have here are in relation to what gifts you can expect through this month. Okay, so this first gift is, or the first card is the Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. Okay, this is really about connecting you on a deeper level with your purpose. So you may find yourself just feeling more purposeful or feeling more aware of how your gifts, how your abilities are destined to be used. So you may have a deeper understanding of that. I feel like that's going to shift and develop, and I feel like maybe you're going to find yourself using your gifts in a different way than you have in the past, but in a way that's more true and honors who you are in a better way now, here where you're at in your life. I also feel as though we have this Archangel Gabriel card. I feel as though you're going to be saying some things that have wanted to be said for a long time, and it's going to feel really good. You're going to just feel released, and it doesn't even matter how it's received from the other party. It's really about the fact that you say it. So what do you need to say? What would feel good to be expressed? Do it with love, of course. We always should communicate and express with love, but what would feel really good to express? What is your truth that needs to be expressed? What needs to be said? And honoring that. I think that you will find yourself releasing any fears around that and just honoring what needs to be said. And that's going to feel so much lighter on the other side of that. I also see you connecting with your power. Here we have will, wisdom, and mind. Okay, this is you connecting with that power. You connecting with the best parts of yourself, connecting with your gifts, connecting with what you're meant to share here, and deepening that. So again, this is really supporting that idea. This is going to be a very powerful month for you. The next card that we have here is the Priest card. So again, really suggesting connecting with your gifts here in this world, with your spiritual gifts, with your spirituality. And this may even suggest you really, especially right next to this Archangel Gabriel card, which for me is very connected with communication, you speaking, for spirit, speaking for the universe, speaking for the divine, just through the intuitive thoughts that come through your mind. So when things are coming through your mind and that feels light and it feels divinely guided, say it, express it, because I feel like you're actually going to be serving as a channel for spirit in a lot of ways. And we speak for spirit all the time and we don't necessarily realize it. But I think that you're going to be bumping that up and increasing that a bit here in this month, and finding some benefits and some gifts being developed through this process. And the last card that we have here is the Tiger card. And I love the Tiger card because what the Tiger card says is accept your magnificence. And I think that just really sums up what it is that you're going to be doing. Understanding, developing, and accepting your magnificence. So that is going to be a really beautiful month for you here in May. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about Clarity, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and I always love to hear from you in comments below. Take care of yourself, and I will see you soon with another video.